Hello everyone, this is Kelly with Crafting Creation Studio, and I am about to pour a new mold that I got, which is Christmas themed, but it is actually like a little stand with lights and Christmas trees and deer and all kinds of pretties. So I've already mixed up 15 ounces of resin. And today I'm going to use the Let's Resin dark green mica powder to do the trees with. And then the rest of it I'm going to do in this Pearl X powdered pigments in the macro pearl. And then I'm going to put a little bit of this diamond dust in it. So let me get that all mixed up and let's get to pouring. Okay, so I've got the green mixed up for the trees, and I'm just going to start pouring it into this mold, and this resin is already getting warm. I don't know what's up with that, but it is, I can feel the warmth in my hand. That run on down a little bit to where it needs to go. That'll cure in there, but I just don't like it being in there. I'm going to wipe some of it out. Now, let me pour on this side and let that run over to the other side and meet up in the middle. Get that little dab off of there. It doesn't need to be there. That's where the lights will shine through. And it went over. Here's one, get that moved. Starting to fill in some. Turning off another paper towel. And I'm going to have to put a little bit more in there. It's not very deep, so I don't want to overfill it. Because I want those little nodules to be exposed, but it can still hold a little bit, I think. Okay, that looks good. We get down here at eye level. Maybe a little bit more in there. Okay. And we got a couple of Christmas trees in this one here, and I probably mixed up too much green. But I got 3 cups with 5 ounces each in them, so hopefully I got enough between the other two to fill the rest of this up with. And I've got that one too full. Get some of that out. Get my little scraper thing here and scrape everything back in where it's supposed to be. Those nodules are exposed because I think they snap together in the finished product. Alright, I think that looks good. Well, this is the start of my 3-day weekend, and I am super excited. I'm going to be doing several videos over the weekend so I can stay ahead of the game and post new videos every evening and not have to worry about being super tired when I get home from work starting next Tuesday. Not feel like doing it because I really want to get a video posted every night. Yes, I definitely mixed up too much green, but I think we're going to be okay. I think I probably mixed up too much resin anyway. So there should be maybe some extras at the end of all of this. A little bit in that tip right there. Make sure everything gets all good and filled in. Get down here at eye level. I don't know where that little hair came from, but I got it off there. And I think that is good. This one over here I think can use a little bit more. Okay, let me find something to pour this green into because I'm definitely not going to let that much go to waste. So I'll be right back. Alright, I found another new mold that's a Christmas tree, and I hope I have enough to fill this up. I think I will. Since we're doing Christmas theme, we'll just continue on with the Christmas stuff. I think that it's going to be just about perfect. Kind of leaning a little bit. I think when it's all said and done, I will put something in there to help kind of tip it that way a little bit. Don't quite know yet what it's going to be. I don't know if I can prop up a stick. No, that's not going to work. Anyway, I'm going to get this macro pearl mixed up and get the lid back on my green. So like I said, this resin's already getting warm, which was super, super fast because I just took it out of the vacuum chamber right before I started this video, but it should still be okay. It's not getting super thick yet, it's just really warm. Let me get this all mixed up. I don't have really room under my camera there to see me mixing this, but y'all kind of know the drill on that. You just put the mica powder in there, and I normally like to try to spritz alcohol on it and get it all dissolved good first, but I didn't really want to mess up another cup to do that, so we're just going to take our chances. I'm going to use a little bit of brown for the deer. Matter of fact, I may find some brown alcohol ink. I can go ahead and mix up the macro pearl first, and then I can add brown to darken it for the deer with what I've got left over, and hopefully I'll have leftovers to do that deer. This is the first time making this, so the picture looks like it's really, really cute. I got this mold from Temu. Oh gosh, this stuff's really getting hot. Anyway, I may have to wind up mixing up more anyway, so we'll see what we got going here. Let me spritz this and get this poured, because this is the deepest, so we're going to see what I've got left over after pouring this. Start there in the center and let it run down until she's full. definitely going to have enough, that is for sure. Matter of fact, I may add a little bit to this cup, and I guess you notice that I did not put gloves on. My bad. But I'm being really careful. I got just a little bitty spot. Here's my brown coffee. Coffee should work. We'll mix a little bit of coffee in there. Get a brown tint to this. Shouldn't take that much because it's not much resin. And that should be enough to fill up this deer. You can't forget to do the deer, and he needs to be brown. So let's get that poured real quick. Take my little dotting tool and move that down because I don't want it overflowing where I have to do a bunch of cleanup. Alright, I think that looks good. Get another paper towel. I'm going through the paper towels tonight. A little bit of alcohol on this and kind of clean that up. Okay. Alright, that looks good. Now, a little bit of brown left. I may take what's left and, well, I don't really have brown. I'm going to start saying maybe make a couple of pendants. Let's see, I'm going to slide this down. Put this here and kind of let me get this big one filled first. Those little nodules in this one too. And I'll make sure that those are all exposed when it's said and done. Let that kind of settle. And it's starting to get thick on me. That wiped off. I think I can get a little bit more in there. And let that run where it needs to go. And then I'm going to probably use this stick for these. Because these are, and this resin's getting thick, so I'm going to do it so it don't go over. Man, this resin's getting, this is that new resin that I just opened up, and it really gets hot and thick quicker than the other that I was using. I usually have a little more work time before it does that, but we're going to make it work regardless. Just work with me till I get this full, and you can get thick all you want, because I'm not going to do any extras with this. It's way too thick. Way too thick. I need to try to figure out why it's getting thick so quick. Alright, just a little bit more. Please, come on, work with me, work with me. So I don't want to have to mix up more resin for just this little bit that's left. But at this rate, it's not even wanting to hardly drip off of my stick anymore. It's so thick. Almost done, almost done. Just a little bit more. There and there, because it's a pretty thick little blob of it. And this is not like a fast cure resin, so I'm really kind of wondering why it's so thick all of a sudden, or why it got so thick so quick. Just work with me just a couple of more scoops. We should be okay. Because I believe that this is part of the stand that holds it together. Yeah, this is iffy. Iffy. But I think if I spritz it, once I finally get these cavities full enough that I'm comfortable with them being able to do what they're meant to do, then I think we'll be okay. It is barely coming off of the stick at all now. Well, I think that's the quickest curing resin I've ever messed with. Okay, I'm going to take a good look at that from an angle. Get it kind of flat. Now it's going to have to work. I'm going to spritz it, spritz everything. Got some bubbles that aren't wanting to pop on that one. Try to get them popped. Even though it's on the bottom, but I don't want any bubbles. Okay. Yeah, I think it filled the cavities in. I may have some of them too thick, but I'm certainly not going to try to get that out of there. I can work with that after the fact. Okay, so I think everything is good. It's a little bit more. Alright, so we're going to let this cure, and I'll see you back on D-mode. Okay guys, I cheated just a little bit because I did not know how to put this together. So I had to look it up, and it took quite a while to find the exact mold because I couldn't remember where I purchased it from, but I did find it. And this is the finished product. The Christmas tree was a separate mold that I just decided to put with it. And then I put the little jewels on it to decorate it up like a Christmas tree, but the little bench and the little light and the deer and stuff all was part of this mold. I think it came out adorable. Nice little set to set up to decorate for Christmas. I did the bench and the base in the white, but then once I got it demolded, I decided I wanted to color the bench brown. And of course I colored I poured the deer brown. But I'm so pleased with the way it turned out. So I'm going to say that this is probably going to be the end of this video. I hope that you like the little Christmas scene. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. Don't forget to hit that like button. And everybody have a blessed day. I will follow up with some still shots. One thing I did forget to add, this lifts up off of it, and I just took some fairy lights and just used some UV resin to kind of secure them down into the base. And then I put the actual light switch on the back of it with UV resin, and that just fits right on top. But this little light, it has multi-function, so you can have it where it flashes fast, slow, and then steady. Kind of a nice little feature with these lights. But once again, just wanted to follow up with that. Have a blessed day, everyone. Bye.
She's just sitting at her station, ideas flowing through her mind. Just treasures in the making, most one of a kind. Just a little glitter and color to make beautiful appear. And sometimes all the beauty comes out of pouring clear. Join her on her journey. She loves the final view. It's rewarding when she's finished, because she gets to share with you.